Afternoon, everyone. I'm Adam Siegel. I'm the Vice President of Digital Products at Hometap. If you haven't heard of us, we are a Boston-based fintech that makes homeownership less stressful and more accessible. Our first product, the Home Equity Investment, solves the problem of homeowners who are house rich and cash poor. We offer qualified homeowners an alternative to get more from their home without having to borrow, sell, or refinance. Today, I'm really excited to share with you all our newest product that's launching today. It's the Home Equity Dashboard. This is a free, all-digital tool that's going to help homeowners across the country in any state make financial decisions with confidence, speed, and ease. So we're at Fintech Nexus today, so most of the people in this room are pretty savvy when it comes to home financing, but we know that that's not true for millions of Americans. Our own research shows that 43%, nearly half of homeowners, don't know how much home equity they have, let alone a plan to grow, protect, or manage that asset. And over a third of homeowners don't feel comfortable or prepared to handle additional costs for homeownership beyond monthly mortgage payments, property taxes, and insurance. And one of those homeowners is Tina. Tina bought her first home 6 years ago when rates were lower and home prices were lower. Since then, her home has appreciated substantially. However, her life has also gotten a lot more expensive given inflation and more recently the arrival of her first child. The other day, Tina's refrigerator was leaking water, and when she went to clean underneath it, she found some mold. That has pushed her over the edge to redo her kitchen, which is about 20 years old. So let's see how the Home Equity Dashboard can help Tina make this decision. Okay. Here we've got Tina's Home Equity Dashboard. She set up her account in about a minute or two. All she had to do was provide her address, her contact information, and the very basics of her mortgage, and we did the rest. At the top here, we've got three different cards. The first is the home value. The second is her current equity, and then the third is her tappable equity. Like a lot of Americans, Tina's largest asset is her home, and until now, she had no idea how much of that was accessible to her. Also, like most Americans, she assumed that she would have to sell or refinance or take out a loan in order to access it. Below the cards, you can see the home equity forecast, which shows over time a picture of Tina's home value and that mortgage balance. Whereas a lot of other tools will show you how your home price has trended historically, we are showing homeowners a picture of their home equity both today and up to 10 years in the future. We've given the homeowner a couple different simple tools to dial in their level of confidence for what they think their home price might be worth in the future. This is based on over 40 years of historical data. We're not trying to give them a crystal ball. We just want to let them express some level of confidence in home price appreciation. Now, let's talk about that kitchen. So if we scroll past the forecast, we can see the home renovations. So I'll dive into this. You can see we support a handful of renovations today. In the future, that list will grow. So right off the bat, you can see we're providing some nice insights for Tina and for homeowners to make better informed decisions, and that's a trend that you'll see throughout the process. So if I click continue here, you can see that we're answering, certainly first and foremost, the one thing that every homeowner cares about when it comes to a renovation: what's it going to cost? But we're doing that and then some. We're also providing homeowners with content, which in the future will be more interactive or video-based, around how to think about and manage that renovation. We are also providing data on what that renovation is going to do to their home value. Now, we can see here the estimates for Tina's home. This is localized to her geography. It also takes into account the scope of the project. So we're looking at a mid-range kitchen renovation right now. Now, like most people, Tina has been building her dream kitchen in her mind for years, or on Pinterest, so she thinks about maybe considering a luxury kitchen upgrade. Now, these are great, and they're a wonderful source of pride for homeowners, and they look fantastic when you list them, but the reality is they don't always add as much to home value as a lot of people think. Given that the only thing that's broken in Tina's kitchen is the fridge and then that mold issue on the floor, she thinks that she could be also okay with a more responsible cosmetic upgrade because the kitchen has good bones otherwise. It's just not her aesthetic because it's inherited from a previous owner and it's 20 years old. So with a couple smart hardware choices, more modern finishes, she thinks that she could be happy in this home with this kitchen for the amount of time she expects to stay in the home with her growing family. So let's go ahead and add this to her planning scenario, and we can see what that does to her forecast. Hopefully everyone can see this, but the chart here shows now a picture, an altered version of her home value that factors in the impact of the renovation. So she has a sense of what it's doing to her home value, which is really helpful, but that's not the full equation, right? She has just said, she's just shown interest in doing a project for her house that's going to cost her over $20,000. That would put a pretty serious strain on anyone's savings. So she's going to look into how to pay for that. And we've got the tools to help. So she might talk to her local bank or go online and start looking at loans or other ways of paying for this project. So let's go ahead and add one real quick. So just to make up a loan, always take out more than the contractor tells you it's going to cost, because no renovation has ever been done exactly on budget. And now we can see her chart is updated again, and we can see that if she makes these payments and continues to make them on time, she'll pay a loan off in a little under 10 years. And we can also see that even with those payments, she will still accrue a substantial amount of equity in her home over time, which factors into her broader net worth picture. Now, that's not the only way she could do it. She could explore this tappable equity option, which would allow her to pay for the whole thing up front with a home equity investment. But what's also really nice is she can compare all these options side by side. She can build out however many scenarios she needs to consider different financing options, different scopes of renovations, different projects, and we're going to be building out more scenario planning features in the future here, which is really going to help people, again, make those informed decisions that they need to make. But that's not all. Tina does not want to have to deal with any more surprise costs as a homeowner, so she would be wise to check out the maintenance tab, which gives her a simple list of seasonal tasks to complete as a homeowner, as well as some guidance on how to do it yourself or how you might hire someone to handle it for you. And maybe if she had cleaned her refrigerator coils, she wouldn't have to replace it or do any of this work right now. Who's to say? But you know, the idea here is to give people the information and the empowerment they need to take better care of their asset so they can be more responsible homeowners, which everyone wants to be. We've done, I don't even know how many homeowner calls and research and all we hear consistently is that homeowners just want someone to tell them if they're doing a good job or how to do a better job as a homeowner, and that's where Home Equity Dashboard fits into the equation. So if we pop back to home equity, again, just to review, we're giving you in homeowners a view into your current home value, your current home equity, as well as a picture of what that looked like 10 years out in the future. We've got a lot of really exciting features to come beyond just what you're seeing here today, but we're really excited to launch this today. And if you want to learn more, we are available at booth 405. Thank you, everyone.